Capcom Renaissance continues to make waves across the gaming world. Last year's Monster Hunter World made the beloved franchise more accessible to those who would normally stray far away from a series as challenging as Monster Hunter. 2017's Resident Evil Biohazard brought survival horror back to the Resident Evil franchise and gave a definitive VR experience. Resident Evil 2 Remake returns players to the infamous Raccoon City, home of where everything began. Resident Evil 2 adopts the over-the-shoulder style of combat popularized by Resident Evil 4 rather than the tank controls that the original iteration used. This choice allows players more freedom in movement and in vision. You aren't locked into one screen, but rather an entire corridor or room. Unlike Resident Evil 4, however, enemies do not drop items when defeated. The decision to go with this allows the survival horror aspect of the game to shine, as well-placed shots and ammo conservation become key throughout the game. Ammo is scarce, and while players can pick up gunpowders to mix and create ammo, these are far and few in between. Item management is also key in the game. While pouch upgrades do allow players to carry more items, it is still a very limited amount that you can carry. Figuring out what's worth carrying at any time provides players with a constant puzzle. Is a health recovery item worth more carrying than an important puzzle piece? Do you need all your weapons, or is a handgun more than enough? It's questions like these that add more stress to an already stressful game, but in the good kind of way. Never do you feel comfortable with what you're carrying, and many times you'll find yourself backtracking to the nearest safe room to go through the item chest to manage your inventory, and thankfully, there is no limit to the amount of items you can store. Resident Evil 2 has 4 main campaigns. 2 are available at the start, while the other 2 are unlocked once you finish the campaign of the main protagonist. All the scenarios are split evenly between Claire Redfield, the younger sibling of Resident Evil 1 protagonist Chris Redfield. She's arrived to Raccoon City to try and locate her older brother who has gone missing. The other is Leon S. Kennedy, a rookie cop who has arrived to Raccoon City for his first day on the force. While both scenarios are roughly the same, there are some variations that make them feel unique. Both Leon and Claire have rooms that only they can access in their respective campaigns. They both follow roughly the same areas, with each arriving via different paths. The characters you encounter in each campaign are different. Claire's campaign, for example, focuses on her protecting and escorting Sherry Birkin, the daughter of 2 high-ranking Umbrella scientists who have contributed to the virus that has caused the outbreak in Raccoon City. Leon's campaign focuses on him attempting to retrieve a virus sample for Ada Wong, a mysterious woman who claims to be working for the FBI.
Just get me the fuck out of here! Oh my god.
The voice performances in Resident Evil 2 are top-notch. Each of the voice actors are able to convey the sound of dread, fear, and desperation, whether that's running away from a genetically engineered bioweapon, such as the Mighty Liquor, or your run-of-the-mill zombie. They perfectly encompass how one would react when facing the hordes of the undead. The musical score for the game also shines through. High-intensity pieces are played when you encounter the undead, making your blood boil as you are trying to fight or run away for survival. But the choice to not play any music while exploring away also adds to the game's experience. While out exploring, you're only hearing the sounds of your own footsteps and the wind. This makes sure to hammer in that you are only by yourself and no one else. Special mention must go to the track that plays when the breakout star of the game, Mr. X, appears. The sudden shift from no sound to drums makes the game turn from quiet and tense to an all-out war for survival. Sprinting to locate the nearest safe room while Mr. X is chasing you is a thrilling ride, and it's just one of the many ways that Resident Evil 2 can play with your emotions. Resident Evil 2 is a new benchmark in how a game should be remade. It changes enough of its game that even hardcore players of the original Resident Evil 2 can get into the game and be given new challenges. but the fact that it was able to retain its identity even after 20 years since its initial launch speaks volumes about the quality of title that Resident Evil 2 is. Add in an easy-to-get-into game style, incentives for players to play through the campaigns over and over again, plus extra modes, and you have yourself a game with a very long play life. Resident Evil 2 Remake is without a doubt one of Capcom's finest outings in the Resident Evil franchise, and another feather in the cap in what seems to be the year of Capcom.